I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I filmed this video 2 times already, dude. The first time, I don't know what happened. Oh, I think the audio was just so loud. And the second time, the audio didn't even record. So I'm low-key kind of getting frustrated recording these videos back to back. But now we are currently on day 6 officially of my hair transplant. From Clinic in Istanbul, Turkey. I got 3,200 grafts. I'll show you guys the paper right now. All right, I got the paper here. I have all my information, or at least like the grafts and stuff. I had to cover up my name because I don't got it. But yeah, that's basically all the info right there. You guys could check out how many grafts I got, specific ones. And it's basically the certificate of guarantee of my hair transplant. But yeah, 3,200 grafts, day 6 of my recovery process, and I feel fine. I have no problems in terms of like swelling and everything. I've been wearing the headband pretty much all the time, and let me see what it smells like. Yeah, it smells like the Bepenthol shampoo, or the this one, the lotion that they make me use to clean it. I have not done it since I got back from Turkey, which is 2 days ago, so I gotta get that done today. So I might do it for this video while I go over the procedures. I keep the little thing in my card, but basically here is the post-transplant procedure process. You guys can scan that, read it with me if you'd like, but basically it is the hair transplant procedure stuff. So if you guys want to read along with me, I'm not going to read it all the way through. I'm just going to skim through it basically. But the main things I got to be worried about for these next couple days, like I said, it's day 6, day 5. So another 5 to 6 days, I really got to worry about not hitting my head. I got to sleep in a position where it's not, rubbing or like scratching the transplanted area. You don't want to end up losing grafts in your sleep. It'll be pretty depressing waking up just seeing a pillow full of blood and grafts. Like, you work so hard just to get it out from here, put it on here, and the hard-earned money that you spent to get it done, it's just, you don't want to be doing that. So main things, like I said, don't be hitting your head, don't wear hats, don't scratch, do not scratch, don't use your fingernails when you put the Bepenthol. You gotta do it like that. I might do it for this video again just to show you guys, my method of doing it. It's not the best, it's just how I do it. Specific movements, it says don't use specific movements. Use shirts like sweaters. You want to be using button-ups so you're not just putting it over your head. I am wearing a wife beater power. I'm wearing one of those because it's just, I don't want to, have my titties, touching my jacket, Get chafe. You don't want chafe. Pain, it says pain, you're expected to feel pain after like mostly, maybe at most like 3 days after the procedure. I really didn't feel pain at all. I guess like the first night, yeah, it was pretty painful. I took one painkiller only because I'm not a painkiller guy. I'm a weed guy, bro. Plus, painkillers are kind of addicting. Like, not the fact of the painkiller, but just the euphoria that you get of not being in pain. That's the addictive part. So that's just for me. But if you guys are feeling pain, don't hesitate to hit up Clinic. They've been so good in terms of communication when I'm feeling pain, in terms of like my hair transplant, or even the wisdom teeth extraction. I'm so happy I got my wisdom teeth out because I can finally enunciate words perfectly, bro. Like, before, I have to be worrying about like gnawing on the inside of my cheek. I would just have so many like of those little blister things because I just so much chafe and so much biting the inside of my cheek. It was annoying. But now I don't have to worry about it. Now I could speak to you guys perfectly fine, especially because I'm not feeling pain anymore. So if you guys are feeling pain and anything like that, just let Clinic know, or take your painkiller, but don't take more than 3 a day because it's not good for your body. Swelling is another thing that's pretty normal after your hair transplant. Like I said, I've been wearing this headband pretty much all the time. I'm gonna wear it until like day 10. It's not the biggest deal. Like, dude, I look so stupid the day of the transplant because look at this, dude. I look like the the longest yard. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. That's what I look like the day of the procedure. But the day after, I just had a little bit of swelling on the backside because obviously the transplant is right here. But after my first transplant, as you guys remember, I had it done basically from here on down, and the swelling has nowhere else to go but down because of gravity. It exists. So obviously the swelling is supposed to go down towards your face. In my case, it went down towards the side and the back a little bit, but it wasn't too bad because obviously I was wearing the headband, and I don't know, it wasn't that bad. So we were chilling off of that. But yeah, guys, that's basically how many grafts I got taken out. And it's time to show you guys what my head is looking like at day 6. It's technically day 6, maybe even day 7 since my transplant. What time is it in Turkey? Well, it's only 12, so it's 11 o'clock over there. So it's still technically day 6, but either way, it's time to show you guys what my head is looking like because I feel like it's looking Oh wow, it smells like pepento. It's looking a lot better than it was last year, because last year, dude, I was looking so puffy. At just day 3 it was. Day 3, day 4, I was looking puffy as. You guys can check out my TikTok, show you guys the first few days what it was looking like, but right now we're looking chill. Let me show you guys, give you guys a little bit of a twirl. I'm not gonna do the all right, I did it anyways. Sus position activated. It's time to give you guys a little bit of a twirl. Obviously, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like this transplanted hair is already coming back slowly but surely. I have not started using minoxidil again. I'm gonna start 7 days from my procedure, so tomorrow, I guess. I'll use it tomorrow. But time to show you guys what the back is looking like. It's kind of scabbed over a little bit. Like I said, I filmed this a few times already, so I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like yesterday compared to today. But yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Goddamn 4 eyes. Let me know what you guys think of the recovery process at day 6. It's not going to be perfect and it's not going to be scabbed over completely yet. I still need to, wait a few more days for that to happen. But so far, I'm feeling confident how it's feeling in terms of like swelling and stuff. We're perfectly fine with it. I didn't really take any of the swelling medicine because 1, like I said, I don't like medicine. But 2, the second thing is, I don't really like talking about my eyes and stuff, but I have an eye disease. And basically, one of the medications has a cortisone steroid or whatever it is. I can't be taking steroids because I will lose my vision a lot quicker. So I don't want to be doing that. So basically, I didn't take any of the swelling medicine, but that's just another story for another day. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me right now, we're going to open up the hair procedure post-transplant thing. You guys can read along with me. Here's the thing. Onto the after the procedure part. It says here, bleeding after the operation. On the night of the transplant, you might get a little bit of bleeding. That was normal. I didn't really have any bleeding. I think I had like little puddles of blood, but that's perfectly fine. As long as it's not dripping down your face or it's not painful or you're not like losing a bunch of grafts, you should be fine. Make sure you don't hit your head. I have to say that so many times, especially in the car. That's where it normally happens. Make sure you watch out. Showering, we advise you not to take a shower the day of the procedure. I don't think I took a shower. I took a shower, but I didn't, wash my head. I just clean my body. They clean your head for you the second day of the transplant, so you should be fine. Consumption of alcohol and smoking. This is something huge for me because I have not smoked weed in a week, bro. It's feeling great, but at the same time, I'm bored. Like, it's so boring not being lit. But yeah, if you guys are gonna be drinking, wait a few hours. It says here, we advise you not to drink alcohol the week before the treatment. I'm trying to think of the last time I drank. It was definitely in the UK. I think England versus France when I went to go clubbing with Cubans in Waterloo, bro. That was the most crazy night of my life, dude. That was insane. I did not expect to do that. As for the weed, the last time I smoked weed was in Amsterdam, which was a week ago. I let them know and they said it's perfectly fine. But if you're gonna be smoking after, I'm not even talking about weed, if you're gonna be smoking after your procedure, I'd say wait at least a week. I'm gonna try to wait maybe 10 days if I can. I know it's difficult, especially for cigarette smokers. Dude, I met a guy, where was he from? He was Italian, an Italian guy. He was telling me to hit up Italy one day. I will do that for sure. You were the homie, so I will do that one day. But basically, he was telling me he was going to go smoke a few cigarettes after his procedure, and it was like, it was hard to hear because it's like you work so hard to do it, but I get it at the same time because nicotine, tobacco, all that shit. It's very addictive, and I get the the habit. So if you can refrain from smoking at least 10 days, but that's for me. If you guys want to start it, maybe 3 days would be okay. They said for him it was okay. I mean, it was fine. You're the homie, dude, so hopefully everything turned out good for you. Wear a button-down shirt, already said that. Returning to work, so this is pretty important. If you do have like a normal desk job, or if you're like on the computer every day, you should be fine. Like after like 3-5 days after the transplant, you may look like this, but dude, it's whatever. At the end of the day, you're gonna grow hair, so don't even trip about it. But if you're gonna be doing like a laborious work, or very body taxing labor, I would say maybe a week. It says here wait a week, so yeah, if you can, wait a week. Onto the post-operative instructions for activities. Exercising and activities. This is something that is kind of tough for me because I'm kind of bored right now. I'm not really smoking, so it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Just making videos and editing. But like exercising and stuff, that's something huge for me. So for all the homies who are gym heads or like to play football or whatever sport you play, wait 20 days, but make sure after a month you progressively start to get back into the old habits in terms of like how much weight you're putting and stuff. Because dude, imagine you're just like deadlifting and you just feel all your grafts just pop out. That'd be crazy, dude. You'd be looking like Mr. Potato Head. For hair care, it says limit the hair care products. I don't really use any other hair care products other than the Hair X shampoo. This is the one that I got from the clinic last year. This is my last one, so I might need to buy more. This is how much I have left probably. I didn't want to buy any of the medications from the clinic because one, it's kind of pricey, dude. It's a little bit expensive, but they do have wholesale price, so it's cheaper than if you were to buy it at the store or if you were to buy it online. That's something that Clinic offers. So if you guys want to buy medications there, go for it. For me personally, it's fucking pricey, bro. It's expensive. Not to mention carrying that shit over the border is annoying as fuck, dude. The what was it? The Istanbul airport. There was 3 TSA checks where they had to open up your bag. The first one, they do the little metal detector, and then they're like, "What is this? What is that?" Second one, same thing. I did have a lot of problems with my gimbal because they always think it's a gun, but that's pretty much everywhere. Honestly, I get why they think that. It does kind of look like a gun at first glance, and then I tell them, camera, and they're like, oh, a YouTuber. I'm just, yeah. But yeah, so that was kind of annoying, but the most annoying part was the third one, bro. They physically open up your bag, and I'm not mad about them checking my bag, like you can check it, but the fact that you try to make me close it when I got an open procedure, that shit pissed me off, dude. So I'm like, no, you do it. You open it, you do it, bro. Like, I'm not doing it. And plus, that thing was almost not able to close, so it's like I had to really exert myself, not to mention I already did it like 3 or 4 times. So I got annoyed, and they did it for me. Honestly, I was kind of being a dick. I'm a bitch for that. But not gonna lie, I got annoyed with that. So if you guys are gonna be taking your medications and stuff, Clinic does give you like a little slip. This is not it. I forgot which one it is. Yeah, I didn't even get like one of those slips because why do I need it? I didn't get any medications. But they were kind of giving me a hard time about the Bepenthal and the, the Sebamed. Yeah, they were giving me a hard time about it because I didn't have a paper that specifically said I can bring those. But I physically told him, like, bro, I'm not trying to take anything over the border. You see, I have a hair transplant. He just went to his manager and they let me go. So if you guys are gonna be taking medications, like I said, just be wary about it. Make sure you have a plastic bag. They'll do it for you if you don't have one. But Clinic does give you a little permission slip to let you take your medications. So you should be fine. Next one here is the post-operative instructions for activities. Swimming in sun. I didn't go swimming until like month 3. So I waited a while because I know like swimming pools are really dirty, even though they put chlorine and shit. It's gross. It's kind of gross that we do that. But swimming, it says you can avoid swimming for 10 days and avoid sunlight. Avoid sunlight. So if you guys have one of these, the clinic does give you one of these Kanga hats or bucket hats. But this one is from Day Trip in LA. That was my very first rave, if you will. And this one is so many memories for me. But this one is pretty good because it looks fashionable, if you will, and it fits my head. So make sure you wear a hat if you're going to be going outside, or wear some sunscreen if you can. I didn't really use sunscreen last time because I was always wearing a hat. But if you guys are going to be doing that, make sure you wear sunscreen because the sun damages the skin and the growth. Alcohol, we already talked about this. Avoid it for the first 7 days. I get it. Alcoholism and alcohol is great. I get it. But just if you can, wait 7 days. Cigarette smoking, it says, it actually says it here, it's harmful for your health. But if you can at least wait 7 days, do that if you can. Last year when I started smoking weed, it was literally when I came back from Turkey. So I got my procedure, and then I got my hair cleaned, and then the day after I went home, and then I started smoking. So like day 3, day 4 is when I started smoking. So we're already doing better than we did last year in terms of smoking. But if you can, like I said, wait 7 to 10 days because obviously it's not good for you. Plus, I remember when I was smoking the weed, I felt like just the throbbing, and I felt like it just wanted to like bleed. That's what it felt like. But maybe that was just me. I was just overthinking it. But that's what it felt like when I started smoking a little bit too early. Onto the after the procedure portion, it says redness. In most patients, redness over the donor area and recipient area fades in a few weeks. I remember, I think I had a little bit of redness, but because I have pale skin. Very pale skin. Obviously, you could see it looks red. You should be good though. It doesn't really mean anything too much. I guess just the skin is irritated. You did have a procedure after all, so your skin's not going to be flawless. You have to remember that. In terms of camouflage, what they mean by camouflage is like topics, hair fibers, stuff like that. It says here you might have pink tinge in the recipient area for up to 2 months, but if you can wait up to 10 days to use topic and stuff like that. For me personally, I stopped using topic or hair fibers after I shaved my head. I feel like it might hinder the growth of your hair because it does kind of clog the pores of your head. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. I have had a few fibers or hair fiber companies reach out to me in terms of like sponsorships and stuff. But since I don't really use it that much, why am I going to take a sponsorship that I don't really use? I don't want to be the guy who's just trying to sell you. I'm just trying to talk to you guys and be me, dude. I like being genuine as dude. Just chill. This prescribed medications, I didn't really show you guys. Did I show you? I remember this is the antibiotics. I got to take mine today before I forget. I still only have 7 left, so I gotta finish these, and it's for my mouth as well, so it's a double whammy. It's antibiotics, but this one is the antibiotics. It's a pretty big pill, 1,000 milligrams, so make sure you take these. Don't drop it. The non-steroid pain medication, these are the painkillers. Like I said, I only took 1 and I left the rest in the hotel, so I don't really use the pain meds that much. But if you're feeling pain, use them. It's not gonna hurt your health that much. It's not Oxycontin. I had to mention to the people in Turkey what Oxycontin was, and I think Percocet isn't the same thing. I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. But Oxycontin, super addictive drug here in the US. Pharmaceutical companies, I treat them like cigarette and alcohol companies. They make people sick so that they keep coming back. That way they have a consistent cash flow of ill people. It's pretty fucked up. I don't like pharma. That's why I'm a weed guy. The last medication that they gave me was the prednisone. This one is the cortisone steroids. As I told you guys, I can't be taking anything like that. I can barely even be using my inhaler because that has steroids, and that progresses sight loss or the eye disease that I have. I don't want to talk about it. I'm still kind of new to it. It's only been a year since I heard about it. So they also give you guys a little chart if you guys want to check that out. It's like basically a little schedule you can have in terms of medications and stuff. Moving on to the last part, the days 1 to 10 following the surgery. This is where I'm going to stop this little segment. It's because I don't need to worry about anything for a while. But basically here it says keep washing your head. Make sure you're not scrubbing with your fingernails. Do not scratch it because you will pull out follicles. You will start bleeding. You'll never get those hairs back. So be careful with that. And day 10 is when I'm supposed to really be worried about the scabs in terms of them falling off. So make sure you just, use your fingertips. And for now, I'm just going to be doing like a little pat down like that because it feels good. And it just makes the scabs softer or soggy. Makes it easier for them to fall off and just, scrub off. And basically, that's where we're at right now. Day 6 so far. nothing much is going to really change for the next 4 or 5 days, other than just, you know, the scabs getting a little bit more hard. The scabs are going to form a lot more. But that's pretty much where we're at for this video so far. Day 6 is fine. I feel fine. No swelling really. Maybe sleeping is becoming a little bit more difficult because I just want to sleep on my side or my back or whatever it may be, but it's just rough right now a little bit. Back in Turkey, it was a little bit easier because the way I had the method of doing it, I think I already showed you guys. I'm gonna show you guys again what I was sleeping like, but compared to how I'm sleeping here back home, it's just not the same, you know. But that's pretty much where we're at in terms of the progression so far of my recovery process. As you guys can see, it's still scabbing over. It's not really tender anymore, if you will. Maybe the back part just feels like little cuts. Just don't scratch it, don't touch it, don't sleep on it if you can. I did that yesterday and it was like not sharp pain, but it felt like, you know, when you get like a cut and you just put hand sanding on it, kind of felt like that. Oh, last thing, I wanted to talk about the advised treatments here. As you guys can see, it says use the minoxidil and the finasteride. I stopped using my finasteride maybe like 2 days before the procedure, and then for minoxidil I stopped using it like 3 days before my procedure. I do use minoxidil kind of as like a gel because it makes my hair feel like thicker and like it just doesn't move in the wind as much. But we're gonna start using minoxidil maybe in a day or two. And in terms of finasteride, I think I might start taking it today. The GF serum, I did not buy it over there. I probably should have, but I might just buy it here because you can buy it here too. I think they have it at Walmart, so if you guys want to buy it at Walmart, do that. But other than that, that's basically where we're at, and I will see you guys probably on day 10 because that's when the scabs come off. Let me know what you guys think of my procedure and the process so far, how it's feeling, how you guys are thinking about it. I'm excited to see my crown grow, bro. Wow, I feel like a king saying that. I'm excited for my hair to finally look full again, dude. It was kind of embarrassing because like the front part was looking fantastic. It was looking great, and the back was just barren. It was just bald. Even with the minoxidil, we did see a lot more growth. It was just bald. Low-key, it kind of reminded me of Arsenal, like from, what was it, like 3-4 years ago, when they had like Aubameyang and Alexis Sanchez and all these fools, and then they had like Per Mertesacker and I don't know who else is fucking shit from that team, dude. This Bakary Sagna, I think that was his name. Oh my god, that guy was actually kind of good. He was good. But that's it for this video. Stay vibing, stay thriving. I will see you guys on day 10, hopefully when the scabs come off. And if not, I will see you another time. Peace.